Korang ada problem dengan rhythm tak bila korang practice? Korang rasa macam ada je yang tak betul dengan rhythm korang, or macam korang always rushing, korang always dragging? Ada tak masalah tu? Kalau ada, in today's episode kita akan cakap pasal improving your rhythm or practicing your rhythm. Okay? So stay tuned. Hai semua, nama saya Wani Ismail daripada Kucing Musika, dan ini adalah episod ketiga dalam series Practice 101 di mana saya berkongsi pengalaman ataupun tips untuk practice ataupun cara yang mungkin efektif yang korang semua boleh try kat rumah. Tak kisahlah korang main instrumen apa, korang menyanyi ke. I keep everything as general as possible so that boleh apply to as many instruments as possible. Dalam episod ketiga ni, saya nak cakap pasal rhythm. Okay, so rhythm is a very important part of music. Sebab kalau tak ada rhythm, kita punya pendengaran kita bila kita dengar lagu apa semua, it's not complete. Sebab yang create the melodies, memanglah ada dia punya pitch, dia punya melody dia yang create the melody. Tapi the melody, kita takkan charm melody tu without the rhythm. So, sebagai contoh, kalau saya clap a rhythm, like, and I'm sure orang yang tengah-tengok ni boleh, I hope lah, yang boleh catch up apa yang the remaining rhythm yang datang to that. So whenever kita hear tan tam, so some people already can get that. So, and that is tak the pitch pun, just clap je, tapi kita boleh recognize. Why? Because of rhythm. So benda tu is rhythm. Rhythm create the energy of the music, and create the groove of the music, and create the flow of the music. So as a musician, tak kisahlah awak nak main music professionally or awak just nak belajar music sebagai hobi, dan tak kisahlah awak belajar music dengan cikgu ataupun awak tengah belajar sendiri, it really doesn't matter. Tapi kalau awak nak belajar music, you have to know how to improve your rhythm. Sebab kalau rhythm tak betul, kalau rhythm berterabur, it's difficult untuk enjoy the music itself. Again, kalau awak ada something yang very specific untuk instrumen awak, dan awak boleh refer to someone yang awak rasa is a specialist to that instrument. Sebagai contoh macam cikgu awak ke, kalau awak tak ada cikgu, awak boleh tanya someone yang main the same instrument yang awak tengah belajar tapi lagi berpengalaman dalam bidang tu. Kalau awak ada something very specific to the technique of that instrument itself. Tapi in general, okay, kalau awak main instrument, especially kalau awak main instrument yang boleh main melody, and awak nak improvekan rhythm awak at the same time. Sebab bagi saya, kalau awak main instrumen yang memang very rhythmic, such as awak main drum ke, awak main any kind of percussion instrument, tak kisahlah gendang ke, conga ke, apa, any rebana ke, tak kisahlah. Tapi kalau awak main instrument yang naturally rhythmic, bagi saya benda ni memang natural untuk kamu semua. Sebab memang you hold the rhythm. Kalau awak main dalam performance dalam band ke apa ke, you hold the groove, you hold the tempo semua. So for the people yang main percussion instrument, I feel like korang by right should be more of an expert when it comes to rhythm daripada saya. Tapi untuk video ni, saya nak bagi tips yang probably lebih sesuai untuk orang yang main instrumen yang bermelodi ataupun orang yang bernyanyi. So untuk orang yang dalam kategori ni, kalau awak rasa macam rhythm awak lemah dan awak tak tahu macam mana nak practice rhythm awak, then I hope this can help. Now, dalam video ni saya akan fokus hanya kepada 3 cara untuk practice rhythm. 3 je. Saya tak nak nanti awak overwhelm, pening kepala macam oh my god, macam mana nak improvekan my rhythm, banyaknya benda nak kena fokus. So I'm just only going to focus on the 3 things. Number 1 is not really a tip, tapi bagi saya kalau awak nak practice rhythm, this is something that you need. So it's more of a tool, benda yang awak perlukan, and that is jeng jeng jeng, a metronome. So metronome, awak boleh beli a metronome like this. Ada banyak design metronome, atau awak boleh download metronome app to your phone ke, tablet ke, ataupun iPad ke. Tapi kalau awak tengok video from episode 2 where I cakap pasal things to avoid, one of the things to avoid is having phone in front of you, sebab agaknya benda tu distracting. Tapi if let's say awak ni bukan jenis orang yang senang distracted, awak memang letak phone awak on airplane mode and having telefon depan mata with metronome is enough, then by all means buat cara tu. Apa yang berkesan untuk awak buat. Tapi let's say awak tak nak pakai phone, or awak tak nak pakai iPad, kau tak nak pakai tablet ke, sebab bagi awak benda tu distracting, then awak boleh dapatkan metronome. So this one is an example of metronome. So basically dia just bagi klik je, and of course ada banyak tempo, boleh main slow and boleh main laju. So depends on and on the tempo lah awak nak main macam mana. And benda ni should be standardized across all metronome. Patut boleh at least give you a click, and awak boleh tukar the speed of the click. So bagi saya, kalau awak nak improve rhythm, you need to have a metronome, especially kalau awak ni jenis yang senang rushing and senang dragging. Why? Sebab yes, bila kita perform, kita technically tak pakai metronome unless awak performance yang pakai in-ear, then maybe awak boleh dengar klik dalam kepala awak. Tapi awak kena tahu macam mana nak main dengan metronome. Kalau awak, especially kalau awak perform pakai klik dalam in-ear. Sebab kalau awak tak tahu main dengan metronome, and trust me, I have seen people yang nak start together with the click pun tak tahu, sebab dia memang tak pernah diajar untuk main dengan metronome. Even kalau awak ada in-ear monitor punya click pun, and awak tak tahu main dengan metronome, it's not going to work. So awak still kena belajar macam mana nak dengar click and play at the same time, especially kalau awak nak main melody at the same time. So awak ada a bit more things to focus on, rhythm and pitch. And kalau awak ada masalah rushing or dragging, it means that awak tak ada steady inner pulse dekat dalam. Awak punya inner pulse ni macam hauk sikit lah, merata-rata sikit, ke laut sikit. So untuk train diri awak untuk ada a steadier inner pulse, that's where the metronome comes in. Sebab one habit yang wujud dekat semua manusia, tak kisahlah baru belajar ke dah lama belajar ke, kita as manusia, kita ada tendensi untuk slow down bila susah and laju bila senang. And kadang-kadang kita tak sedar pun kita buat benda ni. And bila awak repeat benda ni, so remember again, I talk about this in episode 1 as well as episode 2. Kalau awak keep on repeating doing that, benda tu akan mewujudkan habit yang always nak rushing and always nak dragging. Awak tak tahu macam mana nak kekalkan tempo awak tu steady je throughout, unless memang it's part of the music untuk semakin laju ataupun semakin perlahan. A steady inner pulse. Kalau awak tak ada steady inner pulse, or awak tak tahu macam mana nak main dengan metronome or clicks, then you need to have this. Tak kisahlah a digital metronome ataupun yang jenis yang segitiga, yang tiang go left right tu, yang tu a bit more traditional, ataupun just from your phone. Anything as long as awak boleh dapat this click sound. Okay? So bila awak dah ada metronome, awak boleh, at least awak ada guide untuk bagi tahu awak kalau awak rushing ataupun kalau awak slow. But how to practice with metronome? Okay, so this one comes to my next point. Okay, so point pertama, my tips pertama is to dapatkan metronome. My tips yang kedua is know your subdivision. Subdivision is the beat yang datang in between the beats. So for example, I'm going to give you the more common one lah, okay? I'm not going to go too fast, letak tempo slow je dulu. So let's say kita ada this tempo, and let's say awak tengah main dalam meter 4/4. So dalam meter 4/4, awak ada, dalam satu beat tu awak ada dua subdivision. So that's your quavers lah, ataupun 8 notes. So awak ada 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So awak kena ada subdivision, so awak boleh tahu exactly where's the placement of all of the beats. Sebab awak kena be able to predict when the next beat is coming in. Kalau awak nak tunggu the next beat without knowing your subdivision, awak akan dragging sebab awak nak tunggu the beat dulu. So you must know when to anticipate the next beat. Okay, so that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, for example, let's say awak nak dapat 1 and 2 and 3 and tu pun awak dah confused gila, tak tahu nak buat macam mana. So what you can do, awak boleh doublekan this tempo. So for example, this is 60. Okay, 60. So kalau kita doublekan dia jadi 120. So awak boleh doublekan dia ke 120. So dia jadi 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So that means awak ada click for the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just something to help lah at a start. Okay, better that like that daripada tak boleh nak feel langsung the subdivision. And then bila awak dah confident sikit, bila awak dah comfortable sikit, dan awak go back to 60 tadi. Awak go back to that 60. and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and macam tu. And awak tak payah main pun on that instrument. Awak literally boleh just vocalize je macam tu. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And then you boleh play around with this. Boleh play around. Let's say now saya nak ada, instead of 2 subdivision, kita nak ada 3 subdivision. So something like a compound meters untuk orang yang ada background music theory macam 6, 8, 9, 8, ataupun untuk orang yang main triplet. So kalau macam tu, then you have 3 in a beat. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again, let's say kalau benda tu pun susah, then you times 3. Okay, so times 3, that makes it 180. So awak akan dapat 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and benda tu at least dia boleh tolong awak untuk feel the beat, and awak boleh just vocalize dia dulu, macam even just ta 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 macam tu pun okey. Tak perlu necessarily kena mengira, just nak pakai ta 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 pun boleh. So that is the second thing, is know your subdivision. And the subdivision bukan hanya sekadar 1 and 2 and ataupun 1 and 2 and awak seriously boleh explore all kind of subdivision. So let's say saya nak go even more micro. So that means instead of 1 and 2 and, saya nak buat ta 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 ta. Kadang-kadang awak boleh pilih perkataan yang ada that amount of syllable. Macam contohnya ta 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 ada 4 in a beat. Maybe awak boleh pilih watermelon. Watermelon ada 4. So watermelon, 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 and then I will just make sure that dalam perkataan watermelon tu always blend together with the click. Watermelon, 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 watermelon. So that also can help. Kalau let's say buat ta 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 is very confusing, or even ta 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 is very confusing, then pilih perkataan yang ada suku kata yang sama. So that means kalau ada 4, dan awak pilih perkataan yang ada 4. Kalau 3, awak pilih 3. Macam pineapple, 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 then that's 3. And then let's say kalau 2, apple, 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 apple. Anything that works. And then awak boleh tukar. Maybe awak nak ada 5 sekarang. So awak boleh pilih perkataan macam Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur. Anything that works basically. And lagi kecil awak boleh dapat the subdivision. I mean awak kecil-kecilkan dia lagi, the better you get at your rhythm. And then awak boleh mix around. So let's say awak ada melody yang go, let's say ada ta 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 ta, then awak boleh practice benda tu macam tu. Awak tak payah masukkan the melody yet. Awak just focus on the rhythm je dulu, just so that awak boleh feel the subdivision with the metronome. Okay, just so that metronome ni boleh bagi tahu awak kalau awak tak sama dengan beat, ataupun awak cepat ataupun awak lambat. And make sure awak always tahu note yang mana yang is going to fall together with the beat. That is also important. So the first one just now is to get a metronome. Number 2 is to feel your subdivision. Okay, now I'm going to go to the third one, which is kind of like benda yang kita dah buat dari tadi, tapi just nak jadikan dia sebagai point dalam video ni, which is the third one, vocalize your rhythm. Okay, so just now technically kita dah buat sikit dalam yang subdivision tu. Now the reason why awak kena boleh vocalize rhythm awak, sebab there's a very simple rule where kalau awak tak boleh vocalize your music, you cannot play it. So let's say kalau awak ada rhythm yang macam ta 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 ta, something yang macam slightly more complicated kan, macam ada bertukar-tukar between 4 and 3 and 2, then make sure awak boleh vocalize. Sebab kalau awak tak boleh vocalize, meaning that awak punya otak awak belum proses lagi that rhythm. So bila awak nak buat dengan instrumen awak, lagilah tak boleh, sebab nanti dah fikir note lagi apa semua kan. So make sure awak boleh vocalize rhythm awak dulu. Anything that have this metronome, feeling your subdivision, and also boleh vocalize rhythm. But that vocalize rhythm boleh pakai any type of diction. Awak nak pakai ta boleh, da boleh, ka boleh, anything that can help. Tapi awak kena make sure awak punya vocalization tu sangat-sangat precise lah dengan metronom. Jangan jangan ada perangai cincai macam boleh lah tu, kira okey lah tu, kira pas lah tu. No, not really. Kalau awak nak jadi betul-betul bagus dalam rhythm awak, you have to make sure that it's 100% betul. Kalau main dengan instrumen asyik salah sahaja, awak tak dapat nak process the rhythm, then put down the instrument dulu, vocalize the rhythm tu. Tak payah melody pun tak apa. Contohlah awak nak lagu ta tan tadan tan tadan tam. So that's Harry Potter. Let's say awak nak main tu, awak always tak dapat rhythm dia. Then awak just ta 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 ta. So awak cuba ada that pulse so that awak dapat that rhythm dulu. Ta 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 ta. And then awak cuba masukkan ta 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 ta. And awak boleh buat ni dengan metronom pun. Ta 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 ta. So let's say awak tak dapat nak buat it together with the melody, then awak just focus on the rhythm first. Ta 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 ta. Just focus on that first. Ta 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 ta. Feel your subdivision. Kalau let's say awak tak dapat nak feel subdivision awak, then awak boleh change the beat. Ta 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 ta. That's something like that. And then bila dah confident, awak go back to that previous tempo and then go ta 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 ta. So make sure awak boleh vocalize dulu. Sebab and this goes for singers as well, okay? Kalau let's say awak ada ad-lib ke, awak ada belting ke yang awak nak buat, and then let's say kalau awak dengar penyanyi yang betul-betul pandai belting, yang pandai buat ad-lib, especially macam let's say for example scat singing, make sure that you pay attention to their rhythm. Memang sangat-sangat precise bila dia orang buat. But the reason why it sounds so good is sebab dia orang punya rhythm is very precise. So kalau dia orang nyanyi like ha da da, they don't just go ha. It's very precise ha. So it always ada that a very precise rhythm that they go, and then they just go ha instead of ha. There's a difference, okay? Benda tu ada difference. So even if you are a singer, get your rhythm right, vocalize your rhythm, do it slowly. Jangan terus shoot laju. Kalau tempo tu laju, awak tak boleh catch up rhythm awak, then slow down your tempo. Again, this is something that kita talk about in episode 2 as well, which is don't rush through your practice. Take it slow, just take it slow. So these are the 3 things. Get a metronome, learn how to subdivide your beats, okay? And then third one, make sure awak boleh vocalize awak punya rhythm. Kalau awak boleh buat 3 benda ni, tak kisahlah awak main instrumen apa, InsyaAllah awak akan improve awak punya rhythm. Tapi at the same time, janganlah expect buat sekali je terus jadi master. That's not how it works. Also, awak kena buat berulang-ulang. Maybe a few weeks or maybe dalam 1-2 bulan awak akan notice that awak punya rhythm gets better and better and better. And then awak boleh straight away dapat that rhythm dengan lebih cepat daripada sekarang. That's a tip to practice on your rhythm, okay? So all the best and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Ali said bye.